Hello, model citizens. Welcome to the Amherst Railroad Hobby Show 2024. I'm standing in front of the ticket booth by one of the side doors, and we are going to swing around in a second and head inside. The women in model railroading are handing out some cookies over at the NMRA booth, and we're going to go check in with them and see how they are doing. So let me just flip the screen around so you don't have to look at me, and we will go check out and see how everybody is doing. When you're at this hobby show, you definitely have to know where all of the secret side doors are. Helps get around the space. It's getting colder outside, but it is warm inside. So I have removed the sweatshirt, so my trips outside are going to be very quick as I breeze through. You want to tell us about that?
Well, we're having an op session for NMRA next door to the Women in Model Railroading op session tonight at the show. So, Ego Heath, you're invited. There's your invite.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
see you there.
Appreciate it. Who the heck are you?
Who am I? I don't know who I am. Who am I? I'm Gordy, the NMRA president.
So I'm not here to see you, by the way. I'm actually here because I hear there's cookies.
Of course there's cookies.
So I'm looking for the women in model railroading.
I'm just hiding it, right? I'm just hiding it. Ta-da!
That was quite, I gotta say, that was actually quite the reveal that you just did of the cookie platter. So, yeah, stop on by. Who wants to talk about the women in model railroading?
I do. They're the best.
Nancy!
Michelle. What do you want to know? So
What do you want to tell us?
Well, I mean, we created the Women in Model Railroading group about a year and a half ago to encourage women to not be shy about their interest in the hobby, because there are actually a lot of women modelers out there, and they're quite good, but they're a little shy about sharing. So that's what this group is all about. It is not anti-men. It is just a nice, safe place for women to share what they're working on, ask questions, and we're a little more social in a different way. So, like our cookie event.
As a woman in the hobby, are you new to this hobby, or have you been around for a little while?
34 years in the industry. I own soundtracks, but I started modeling way back when we started the company. So,
So I was joking with Nancy a little bit. If you don't know, she is the owner of Soundtracks. She also has a narrow gauge company that she loves. It's one of her passion projects. While George has been the face of Soundtracks for a while.
Last 10, 15 years anyway.
Nancy is really the mastermind behind it. So women are not new in the hobby.
Nope.
Women have been innovating in the hobby for many years.
Yep.
And this group really shows that. So.
Hey, there are a lot of women who are running model train companies. Look at Stacy Walters-Napa. She's retired now, but Deb Ames ran Lens North America for years. Zana Ireland did Digitrax. So, we know what we're doing.
Nobody questioned that, and if they did, we would be in trouble. So we don't question it. But
so
thank you.
any women out there watching, please join our group. You do not have to join the SIG. There's also a Facebook page, Women in Model Railroading. You can join that if you're more comfortable. We have monthly events on Zoom. You can ask questions. We'll show off our stuff. It's a lot of fun. So join us.
So just search Women in Model Railroading.
Yep. That's the Facebook group. There's also a Women's Special Interest group. Go to the NMRA Special Interest Groups page. We're all the way at the bottom. You do not have to be an NMRA member to join, though we encourage you to do so.
Just to be clear, you're at the bottom, not because you're at the bottom, but because it's alphabetical
it's a W.
order. It's alphabetical order, so yes.
This is Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Serving up some cookies. Michelle, we're here to have one.
And everyone's going to be here.
This is Cynthia. Cynthia's on the steering committee, as well as myself and Michelle. Right here, Michelle Wayes.
We have not had Michelle on camera in at least 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
So it's been 30 minutes since I was on camera. Come on. Have you met John Sacerdoti yet?
I've met John. I don't know that the
I don't know
audience
that the
has met
audience
John.
has.
So, John, how is the show going this year?
It's insane this year. It's unbelievable.
You seem pretty relaxed for a show that's insane.
Yeah, well, you know, my bad day is like yesterday when everybody shows up and they go, "My table's where?" Even though it's been posted for 8 weeks, but still, it's all about the fun we have after we settle all these crazy little things, which are easy to settle. So it's a lot of fun. My favorite time of the year. So it's quite a good time.
John, we're glad we have you at the helm. What is your YouTube channel? Because I know you personally have posted videos on your YouTube channel about this
Railroad Hobby Show. So yeah, or you could jump to it from amherstrail.org, railroadhobbyshow.com. A bunch of ways to get there, so no problem.
Fantastic. And if people were interested in something to do with the show, exhibiting, or just more information, what's the good way to reach
Actually,
out?
email me, showdirector@amherstrail.org.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
for giving
Love
me the
being
time.
here. Love
Thanks.
being here.
Yeah, I love it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
If you want cookies,
So we've got a little bit of a crowd here. Jennifer is forcing cookies into people's hands.
someone's got it.
So I am going to go join them. Speaking of Stacey Walters, she just joined us as well. Nancy was talking about the women in model railroading that lead companies that are leading the future of this hobby.
Yeah.
And while the women in model railroading SIG is new, we know that yourself, Nancy, and others have been in the hobby representing for a really long time.
Yeah, there really are some great women in model railroading and have been for a long time. I love seeing so many more who are all gathered here. What a great opportunity. It's fantastic.
So I didn't mean to stop you from getting
That's
your
okay.
cookie.
I'm okay. I was going to go give a hug to this one right here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yes. Hi, how are you? Really good to see you.
Get out of the center of everything. The cookies look good. Stephen Rowe, that's what you're looking at.
So she came back and was like,
So these are the women and the men that support them in our hobby. And they are doing an op session today at 5:30 over at the Dry Hill Lab in the Mallory Building, and everybody is invited to that. And right now people are just enjoying a little bit of a chat, a little bit of a hangout.
I like it.
So yeah. Now I thought we'd head over, start looking at some other items that are available at the show to see.
Oh, my bad.
How you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Could you tell us about your stuff you got going on here?
Okay. Well, let me get it running first. It's always the case.
Don't worry, when the camera starts, nothing works. It's just kind of the way it goes.
Okay, we're in business. Yeah, my son told me that he needed a new guitar case. So I told him, well, you're getting one for your birthday. When he opened it up, he says, hey, I'm no better off. And so it took me about 3 months to build that.
What scale is that we're looking at there?
It's a Z scale.
Fantastic.
And but the funniest part of the story is I went to a music store in Montreal, and I said I need a guitar case. So the lady says, well, no problem. What's your brand name? I haven't got a clue. Said, well, we can't sell you one unless we know what guitar you have. And just please sell me a guitar case. So I bought this, but then 3 months later, I go back to the store. she recognizes me and she says, something wrong? I say, yeah, I can't get my guitar in there. Well, I told you we needed to know the brand name. Yeah, well, look, I'm not kidding you. And I put this on the counter and I open it up.
Ah, that's great. That's fantastic. Such a great project. And who are you representing here today?
Well, we have an exposition just like this one in Montreal in June. So we're promoting our show in Montreal.
Fantastic.
Just this coming 16 and 14, 15th, 16th of June.
And if people wanted more information on the show, is there a good place to go?
Yes, there is a Montreal Model Train Exposition .com website.
So here's the website info down there on the bottom.
Yeah.
So is this yours as well?
That is mine as well. This is different. It's a T-scale. That's the smallest. I'm not very lucky. This is the smallest scale there is. It's made in Japan. It's about 10 years in the marketplace. And so I've built that as well out of fun.
And this is another music case of some sort?
This is a keyboard case. I'm being consistent, you know. But just to let you another story, the other day I was coming out of my sister-in-law's apartment building with these two guys, and two teenagers were coming towards me, and they said, "Wow, a keyboard and a guitar. If I open it up, you'll be sorry."
That's fantastic. Love the creativity. It's really neat.
And it can go forwards and backwards, and the lights change. See, it'll be white and red.
It's incredible how well it runs.
Yeah, it does run very well, but you have to line everything up properly. Like this guy here always stops because it's not, something happened and it's not quite level.
I'm sure you'll get it figured out shortly.
Yeah. Oh, I did something too, if I may. I did this as well.
That's a T-scale on a hat.
This guy, yeah, and it changes colors.
There is a guy that was inspired by that T-scale on a hat to make his own T-scale on a hat. There's a YouTube channel called Steve's Trains,
Yeah?
and he saw your video and was inspired to do something
Oh.
similar.
Whoa.
Because I got to assume, I mean, there aren't many people doing T-scale on hats, so I'm assuming it was yours.
Oh. I haven't got it on the web, but anyway, he may have come
Maybe
to
saw a
one,
picture or something.
yeah, or he came to one of the shows. Because I could do 2 or 3 shows, plus this one. I will be in St. Albans sometime the month after next, I think.
Yeah. Well, it was really nice meeting you. This is
Same
who I
here.
am.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate the conversation, and we'll
Well-
let everyone know about the Montreal show in June.
Thank you, and I appreciate you coming over. Have a
you.
great day.
You too. That is the second T-scale layout I've seen since I've been here. Somebody was asking about Aurora miniatures earlier. These are the gentlemen from Aurora here. See all the different things they're working on. This stuff's new, right?
Yeah.
You want to tell us about what you're up to?
Hi guys. My name is Ben Wang. I am the president of Aurora Miniatures North American Inc. Since 2020, I've been making HO scale and now N scale model trains for the Canadian and American, now Mexican market too.
So you piqued my interest when I heard N scale. I kind of jetted over. Are they locomotives or?
So our very first N-scale product for the North American market is the Greenbrier 7550 cubic foot, 60-foot double-door plate F boxcar. And you can see our pre-production samples right here.
And when will these be available?
Third quarter of this year, September 2024.
Now, a lot of people talked about your locomotives because of the detailing that's in them. Was that something you chose to do from the beginning, or did it kind of come over time?
we always aim for more. So when we look at the model train, we ask ourselves, what more can we do to make the locomotives more realistic? What can we do more to make the freight cars more realistic?
So everything is prototypical, as close as you can possibly get it,
Yes.
down to the spinning fans.
Down to the fans, down to the roller bearings, down to every single pipe and rod underneath the cars.
Are you guys going to be doing another locomotive soon?
Yeah, we actually announced our new locomotive this morning. So we're going to do the SC50Fs and the SD50AFs. They're coming out end of this year. Pre-orders are due at the end of February.
And where would people pre-order this stuff from?
You can pre-order direct or with any of our dealers based in the United States and Canada.
Fantastic. Oh, you can actually see the fan spinning on this guy right here. Thanks for being here at the show.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to more N-scale stuff from you, so
Yeah.
feel free to make some locomotives for us too. Thank you.
Yeah, but it's still Elm. That is an I had a chance to get one of those on eBay.
So I want to go check something out at the Intermountain booth. When I was over on the other side, I was told that MTL was .537 and that, I was told that MTL was .540, but I believe Intermountain says that they're .537. So I want to go see one of the packages and see if we can find some N-scale 33-inch wheels for micro trains. So these say .537 on them. I don't know if you guys can see that. So they do have metal wheel sets here if people are interested in some more metal wheel sets. They seem to have plenty in HO and N scale and a bunch of other things going on here as well. The 1/160th sticker from Intermountain. So I've been buying a bunch of Intermountain wheel sets for my own stuff. I haven't been to the Bachman booth yet either. Yeah, David ZDG, I figured they're pretty close as well. I just thought it was interesting because everything I've ever seen says that they are .537, not .540. So I'm just curious as to where that, what the manufacturing dimension is, and then what the tolerances are on that as well. What's 3/1000ths between friends? Oh, look at those trolleys. I like those up there. Here are the Ringling cars. Yes, I have all of these cars. Of course, pre-ordered them. Are you giving me a hard time?
Sorry.
You want to say hello?
I'd love to be famous. Thank you very much.
Famous or infamous?
I don't know.
What are you excited to see at the show?
Trains.
Anything to narrow it down slightly off of that subject?
Some of the older Lionel stuff's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a good spot to find that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. There's some vendors that have a lot of good old Lionel stuff.
I've never seen anything pre-war, anything standard gauge. It's the first time for me.
This is your first time at the show then?
I've been here before. I think I just didn't look hard enough when I was back then because I was little when I went back here the first time.
Oh yeah.
They had a steam locomotive in the parking lot, and they had a big line for people to blow the whistle. When someone blew the whistle, it was so loud it scared the bejesus out of me.
It's funny you say that. I jumped when they blew the whistle this morning to kick this off, so I completely understand that.
Sorry I bothered you. Have a good
No, it's all good. Thanks for saying hello. I hope you have a fantastic show. Thank you so much.
What's your channel name?
Here, I'll give you a sticker.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Have a good day.
Have a great day. I don't think he's here yet. But if Mr. McTovid's here, take a little look at some of the stuff that most interests you. Is this are these large scale rollers? Yeah, BCF, I understand that. I do. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I really want to, I'm focusing myself on everything that I purchase being things that I can put on the layout. I don't want any more items that are shelf queens, as they say. So shout out if there's some other things that you'd like to see while I am walking around, and I'll try and hit some specific things now. I ate a lot of food and I got some water, and I am feeling much better this afternoon. I'm kind of making my way over towards the Scale Trains booth because I know they announced some things. You want me to go to OVR? I know I glitched out a little bit last time I was over to OVR, so we can go back over there. Let's walk through Scenic Express first. So we'll pass through Scenic Express, make our way around the corner. We'll go from there. I know some people were wondering how big is the Scenic Express booth. You can get a sense of it right in front of me here. Yeah, Hatbox, I'm over in this corner now, so I'm gonna go back to OVR just because I'm in this area, and then I will definitely get myself over to Scale Trains as well. So this is one of two aisles of Scale Train stuff. They got stuff on this side, they've got stuff on this side. Do you have a moment to tell us about Scenic Express?
It's a company originally from Pennsylvania, but they recently moved to Colorado, and they are very glad that they came out here with a lot of products, and which is a lot more difficult for them because they did it by truck, in the past, and now they had to fly it all in. But they took the time and they took the effort to come over here. And I'm here from Europe. I live in the Netherlands. And I came out here for this weekend to help on the show here. And we have a lot of special products. We have the Miniature, Martin Welberg products here. Martin is also here, especially came over for the show.
I heard he was going to be here, yes.
Yeah, he's here. And he gave a live demonstration during this afternoon. And we have another guy giving demonstrations over there. So a lot of people visit our show, and a lot of bins are getting empty already. So we're very happy.
That's a good problem to have, although it is only day one. But
yeah. But of course, this day is the best day. The Saturday is, I think, 70% of all the sales are made on Saturday. So
do you, like, why do you come all the way now from Colorado to here for this show?
Well, Jim from Scenic Express, he's the only big scenery company, and the owner of the show very much likes Jim to come over, and of course it gives Jim profit, otherwise he wouldn't do it.
Of course, but it is great to come here and be able to actually touch things
Yes.
before buying them and see them in person, and I do think people are very lucky that are able to come to the show and actually do that and meet you guys in person. So.
Yeah, they are. We have a lot of people say, oh, it's good to see you again here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome.
I didn't realize Scenic Express moved. This is Howie's Brass Trains in front of me right now. If you want any brass trains? There's John making a run for it.
You know, when you see the advertisement,
So OBR is over against the wall, just right next to Katie, so we're gonna make our way over in that direction. Got passing Bethlehem Car Works, White Horse Hobbies, New Haven Railroad Historical Society is over there on the left, and I saw Chris Adams earlier today manning that booth. Chris has an amazing layout as well. You can find Chris on Facebook. So this is Katie in front of us. How you doing?
isn't it? We're doing great.
You want to tell us about this company that a couple people have maybe heard of it before, but just in case there's one person that's watching the live stream that has not heard of you guys, who are you?
Who are we? We're the coupler people that fix everybody's problems of their different manufacturers' trains, not made enough. So there's the short story. Katie's been around since 1946 and developed the knuckle coupler.
Yeah.
So, and all ours are made out of metal. There are some that have plastic shanks and/or plastic knuckles that goes with it, so you can insulate, not have conductivity. But we also make everything from HON3 all the way up to large scale.
And you guys were making some the 2-rail O-scale trucks or something as well. I know some people were excited about that you showed last year.
Yep.
And I guess they're available now, right?
They are, as a matter of fact.
There they are.
This one actually has rib backs on it. And then we're coming out with some Proto 48 wheels as well.
Okay.
So the Proto people, all I need to do is exchange them if they want to run them.
So you start off by saying you're the coupler people, and now we're talking about trucks and wheels. So
Exactly.
You guys
we're known as
expanding a little bit?
we're known as the coupler people, but we also make rolling stock, HO scale rolling stock, and our whole belief back in the late 90s was to go ahead and create something where we would leapfrog the competition. So as far as the detail, the wear on those, the parts don't break. Everything is manufactured in White City, Oregon, designed in White City, Oregon, and sent out from White City, Oregon, too.
If people wanted to learn more about your stuff or purchase it, where should they go?
Kadee.com, KADEE.com.
Or, of course, your favorite retailer, I'm sure.
That's exactly
stocks your
right.
Stuff as well,
right.
so.
But our website has a host of information. All our conversion lists are on it, all our details about our trucks, our cars, you name it. You can go there, it'll tell you the era, it'll tell you anything and everything you need to know, and measurements as well. So
fantastic.
So, thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Have a great show. Really
Will
appreciate
do.
it.
Thanks for stopping by.
Of course. I noticed Chris getting a little uncomfortable as he sees me getting closer to him. We have a different crowd of people streaming, as well as Mr. Mark from M&M Rails. And Mark from M&M Rails keeps saying, go find Chris at OVR. Tell him I said hello. Okay, you didn't actually say to say hello.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, these tables were a lot more full earlier today. And they have gotten significantly lighter. So here's OVR trains from up in Canada. They released an N-scale version of their HO cars that they make. Those will be coming out soon. Definitely been picked over. Mark says thanks, but is there anything you want me to specifically tell Chris while I'm here? We'll see if he responds.
Yeah.
Here's the N-scale information. The first time in N-scale. So if you've got any scrap waste on your N-scale layout, there are multiple road numbers for each one. So if you get a set of 6, you can get 6 different road numbers. Available now on their website. Lauren, what happened to all the product? It's gone. Working. That was Mr. Lauren James, the owner of OVR Trains, doing his thing. Brian, I actually have some 85-foot race cars, but I will be getting some of those OVR trash cars as well, because that is something that I do want to run, is have a trash train. We do have trash in the New York area, and while it wouldn't really run on the west side, I still just think it's a fun-looking set as well. So we're going to make our way over to a manufacturer that maybe a couple people here have heard of before, which is Scale Trains. We'll see if anybody is available to show us a little bit about what they announced today. Making a little detour on the way. This is Banta Model Works. Craftsman kits from them. Mark from M&M Rails, anything for you, sir. Absolutely anything. We're looking forward to seeing you next year at the show, because I know you are going to plan to be here. funny, the kids, when they see that we're live streaming. Oh, I would like a root beer. Can I have a root beer? Root beers are my favorite drink. Root beers are my drink of choice.
Attention. Mike Lindell, please come to the show office in the Better Living Center. Mike Lindell, please come to the show office in the Better Living Center. Thank you.
Are you busy?
No, not right now.
You want to tell us who you are and why you're here?
Why we're here, that's for the philosophers, really. So we are Model Railroad Hobbyist magazine, and we're a free monthly publication with a series of articles. It's advertiser supported, coming out the 15th of each month. For example, February, the next edition will be coming out on or about the 15th. And for going to the website, you can get a series of articles. The first one is always an Electrical Impulses article, and then there's several from our online forum. We're one of the few magazines out there where you have the option of commenting, asking questions, doing that sort of thing on the forums. There's also a subscription edition where you get 4 to 6 extra articles in the month, and you get the entire publication as a download without advertising.
So just to be clear, the advertised supporter version is free.
It's
to
free.
People,
It's free to people.
To us.
Go to mrhmag.com and you'll get it for free.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're looking at some videos here from.
I can explain that to you.
Yeah.
I'm the advertising manager, and I want all you guys listening to be our friend and just download our free magazine. You know, start off with that.
Yeah.
And when you see it, I'm sure you're gonna love it. Okay. And what's happening here is these are access like RE, which is another magazine which we sell for a certain price. You can check it out on the website. I won't tell you what it is. You'll have to go there and check it out yourself. And then we have Train Master TV, which is what you're seeing here. That's another thing that you can check out. I mean, the pricing is ridiculous, okay, compared to what the quality is.
Ridiculous in the low direction, we're talking
You got
about.
it.
Not ridiculous in the model.
I didn't have to twist your arm, did I?
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
you got the message. I'm hoping all the other people that hear this get the message too. And we're from Quebec City.
Oh, okay.
He's from Beauceville.
Okay.
And he's from St. Louis.
Yeah.
And Joe's from Oklahoma. It's people all over the place. So that's how we do this magazine. It's been 15 years.
And Jeff Schultz, who's not here, is of course living in Oregon.
He's in Oregon.
Yeah. And Jeff was here last year doing a little bit of coverage of the show and posted some videos, and I know you guys will have some coverage of the show as well. So if people want a different perspective than you're getting right here, right now, definitely check out their version.
Yeah.
See what they see.
Jeff does a lot of good stuff. He can pinpoint good product. Okay? And he's a marvelous photographer. And he does a heck of a job. Plus he does in the magazine, the free magazine, with the news and the news editing at the end.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I know Jeff's videos last year were really fantastic. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed them.
I mean, second to
Yeah,
none.
so you could go back and watch Jeff's videos from last year right now, and then you know, get
There's
some
a
more
lot
stuff
of
later.
things.
And just a word on article quality. I think we actually go places where some of the other publications do not. For example, in this last year we had 2 articles, one specializing in passenger trucks and the evolution of passenger trucks from, you know, when the coaches were made out of wood until the modern day streamliners, and how they changed and which trucks matched which passenger coaches. Then more recently there's been an article on diesel locomotive trucks, again going from the beginning until the modern GEVOs, and how each change brought more traction, brought more flexibility, as well as the problems encountered along the way. So those are the kinds of things that we get into, and so that you can look at your locomotive that you get from Atlas, say, and see what details you might add to be specific to that particular locomotive. So
a lot of excellent things.
Fantastic. Thank
Check out that picture on that iPad, okay? You see what you're seeing there? You're not going to see a quality like that or that kind of arrangement from any other manufacturer or publisher. Because Model Railroad Hobbyist magazine is the only magazine that is designed for online.
For online, yep. Yeah, so you're online only, correct?
Yeah, but online is online. And if you've got a little thing that size, it doesn't help. But this is designed specifically with the man.
In fact, yeah, you'll see in our article it's almost seamless integration with YouTube and with other videos to help better illustrate our articles. So that's
your magazine will have clickable links to
links.
Yep.
Yeah.
If people want more information, they can delve in a little bit deeper and deeper.
Right.
Well, thanks for being here, guys, and I will see you online as well as next year.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Sure.
Small little company, but a bright company. ESU Loke Sound over here. And of course, the scale trains booth is absolutely packed, as it always is. Alright, somebody in the chat needs to correct me if I'm wrong about this. Oh, it said it on the screen earlier, but it changed. So
I'm going to.
can you tell us about what was released earlier today?
Well, we made several announcements this morning. HO scale, there's the HO scale GP40. The new run of 4780 Evans 4780 covered hoppers under our Exactro branding. N scale, we announced the SD40T telemotor and the N scale 82-foot Trinity cooled refrigerator car for BNSF.
Do you guys have any prototypes or not prototype? What do you call them? Production samples?
Pre-production samples.
We can take a look at.
Yeah, the reefers are over here right here in the end cap. The GP40s are on the next shelf over to the right.
And if people click on these, they can go and pre-order right off of that.
You just use your smartphone's camera, run the QR code, take you right to the website, right to the product page, and you place your pre-order. And the N scale tunnel motors are right behind you on the table right here.
Yeah, so you can grab those QR codes right off of the screen. Take you to finding more information.
I got remarried about 6 years ago.
Are these a Fox Valley mold that you guys have reworked? It's a Scale Trains mold, 100%. There you go. There you go. Yep.
She's not.
Based on the HO scale version, you released a couple years ago.
She was really my best friend.
Yeah,
Yes, Scale Trains is down in Tennessee. That's correct. Scale Trains purchased Fox Valley. They purchased Virtual Railfan, or at least they hold a major share of them. They're all based down in Tennessee now, is my understanding. So here's the Virtual Railfan booth right next to them. And if you're on Virtual Railfan, you're probably looking at the back of my head right now. Raymond, imagine if they did that in G-Scale. Yeah, those would be some long cars. That is.
Are you familiar with Virtual Railfan?
Yes. Hey, how are you?
Oh, we should have talked to Nick, or we should at least see what's going on over at Nick with ITLA. Yes, we are. Thomas has not purchased too many things, but he definitely had a couple things in his hands. I'm just going to get him in trouble now, aren't I? Nope, Doc, here's the ITLA booth right now. Actually take and zoom in a tiny bit. This is a brand new kit they just came out with.
Storefronts that you're doing that pull the buildings apart. So we can picture that, where some building burned down and you would see what was there.
The signs are faded out.
This is Renee. She's distracted so we can get her on camera. That's Nick over there.
Merchant Row. Everybody looks the same.
How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. How are you doing? How's
Good,
things
not too
going
bad.
for you guys?
Busy, very busy. Yeah.
Interaction Hobbies said to say hello.
Oh, nice.
Thanks. Say hi back to them, especially to Peanut.
Say hi to Peanut.
Is that the cat or the dog?
That's the cat.
Cat.
That's
Yeah.
the cat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Of course. So we got a new batch of people. Do you guys want to tell us what you guys are up to here?
Sure. Yeah, no problem. So, welcome to ITLA Scale Models. So I'm Nick. My wife Renee. We're the owners of the company. So we build and manufacture laser cut kits, and our theme is more of a urban brick and masonry type structure lineup with a bunch of detail parts, walls, roof details, things such as that. So if you've taken a look with Heath up and down our tables here, you'll see a lot of cool kits, and you'll see them all on our website as well. So if you can come here and join us this weekend, we'd be happy to see you, but if not, have a look at our website, and we can gladly supply whatever you need.
And what scales do you guys?
So we do, N scale, HO scale, an O scale, and a little bit of S. So I don't want to promise too much to all the other scales, but mostly HO. How about that?
Yeah, but I've been using, if you've seen some of my live streams, Nick's modular design stuff. I've cut out his template, and I'm working on purchasing some items from him to build my own kit as well. But you can see a little example down here of how the different wall sections go together. You can see the brickwork too. The laser cut brickwork.
The laser engraving, kind of a 3D laser engraved kind of thing.
And I'm guessing this gentleman here has built a couple of your kits?
He's built it, yeah, you could say a couple. He's built many. We supply a lot of product to him, to Rod Stewart. He likes to build stuff on tour, so that rumor you might have heard is true.
Yeah.
So, as a matter of fact, last week we just shipped a whole bunch of wall panels to him because he's going out on the road again. So he's stocking up so that when he travels through February, he's got stuff to do.
Can I buy a Rod Stewart built kit, or does he make them only for himself?
He makes only for himself. Yeah, that's right. I wish I could. I don't want to push our relationship that far.
Yeah.
So, but a really good guy. Honestly, very, very good modeler, down-to-earth guy. Really awesome. Represents us in the hobby very well.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Good to see.
So we'll take a little swing of some of this other stuff as Nick gets back to doing his thing, helping people out at the show. Yeah, David Z to G, exactly. There's a picture of the industrial wall system, and here is an example of it right here. Completely configurable in any sort of shape and design that you want, so you don't have to build it like you see it here. You can build it any way you want, and they also have it in HO scale. See all the work that is done here. The HO scale panels are a little easier to see, but you can see there's the brick inserts, the window inserts, and you can make them any way you want as well. Some of this stuff, come to the show, you can touch with your own 3 hands. Or is it 2 hands? David Z2G, are you in Denver? I know you're in the Rocky Mountains. I don't remember if you're in Denver though. Lots of woodland scenic stuff. I keep thinking about getting some more fine ballast, particularly the dark cinders, just to give that worn look. John, I don't want to give out prices just in case some things have changed, but you can go onto their website, itla.ca, and all the prices and stuff will be up there as well. It's basically a pretty big range of kits, a lot of different items. So this is Costello here. We talked to him last year over in the Young building. And now they are here in the back of the Better Living Center. I forget the whole story, so I'm not going to try and repeat it. But this is, I believe, a new owner, if I'm not mistaken, and they are building out the product line. Michael, would you have a moment to tell us about Costello? I believe we talked to you guys last year over in the Young building.
Yes, we are moved from the Young to Better Living Center this year. We sell basically jail innovative product line, Durango Press, Railway Express miniatures, and we've just moved recently our main building, so once we catch up again, which we were almost there after buying the business 3 years ago, we'll start coming out with new products. We have some stuff that are starting to develop, and hopefully next year we'll have a lot of new stuff to sell.
So tell us a little more about that. So 3 years ago, I'm guessing you were model railroaders and looking to get into the manufacturing.
Correct, and we visited this show, and the prior owners of JL Innovative said, this is going to be the last year they were at the show, and that their business was for sale. And we talked to them, and by March of that year, we had made the offer. They accepted it. We went out and we trained with them for a couple weeks, and then moved the business back from Minnesota to New York and started producing.
So what you're saying is people that come to this show could walk away owning a business.
Yeah, that's correct.
They don't just sell trains here, they sell model railroad businesses as well.
And it's been just 3 years of, it was just before COVID, so everything hit hard right after we bought it. So it took us about 3 years to get caught back up with everything.
And are you a modeler yourself as well? And
yes.
What do you model?
I'm probably a little bit more on like a B&O type modeling. It's more, my brother's really interested in the Erie, which we grew up around. Yep. And
I'm pointing to the side because his brother's standing behind me. Actually, it was your brother that talked to us on camera last time.
So
that's why I recognized him.
I try to model the things around the Erie so that when we have our layout together, I can have stuff coming in to the Erie line. And
what's it like working with your brother?
We get along really well, so it's not bad. Some would be really at each other's throats, but
if people wanted an introduction to your products, what do you think is the thing that people should really check out that you guys
check out our painted detail parts. We cast metal detail parts, and we're one of the few, if any, that actually paint and label them. So
what scales do you do that in?
HO is our primary. We've got a good selection of S scale ones now, which we did not have before. We have a few N, and as we start going along, we're going to be converting more to N and probably more to S, and having the S, HO, and N.
The N and the S scale aren't as well represented, so good to hear you guys are getting into that.
And then we have our craftsman kits that we're doing the same thing, S, HO, and N, when we create new kits for those.
And if people want more information about you guys, what's a good place to find you?
www.jlinnovative.com is our website, and all of our products that we have for sale are there.
Fantastic.
And you can find us in hobby shops and stuff too. So.
Oh, great. Oh, good. Let me just, this is me, if you're curious who I am.
Okay.
And this is Michael Costello, Costello Manufacturing. Check them out online, or just come down to the show and check them out. And this business isn't for sale, but maybe you can buy your own business, and 3 years from now, come back and do your own, have your own show.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Wigwag says this local store carries them. How interesting is that a conversation at the train show 3 years ago turned into a whole new business for them. So this is a small little company here that is costing me a lot of money that we're about to walk past. Luckily for me, at the show, they mostly have O-scale stuff, so that keeps my money in my pocket. But in the used area, once I get on their website, I unfortunately end up spending more money than I probably should here. But if you come to the show, they've got a whole bunch of stuff out as well, so come by. You can check these guys out as well. And I see Mark from My Life. Mark, are you about to delve into the trains rabbit hole and go searching for some used stuff?
I've been searching and forgetting where I found stuff and trying to go back and find it.
You seem to have a bag full of stuff. What sort of things have you picked up, and what sort of things have you found here that are interesting?
I got 4 nickel plate open hoppers by Intermountain. I know they made them. And I got this fantasy paint scheme. I picked anything with New York.
So just to be clear, that's not a fantasy paint scheme. It's actually a freelance paint.
Freelance. Okay.
Right. So that's a freelance model railroad that Home Shops has printed onto some Tangent cars, and we know Mark likes his collection of stuff, and like you said, anything New York is
New York
all
related.
good.
Yep.
All good. So.
And I'm always happy to find something nickel plate. So. Score there.
And I'm waiting for your update on your car that you put out in the snow for a year. And I'm wondering, is that car still there, out there?
No, just put it for a year. And sitting in, I don't know where it is now. Somewhere buried in my basement with everything else I got. It did fade.
Tell them about what your YouTube channel is and where they can find that video.
My Live Tracks. I guess where you find on YouTube. But it's my love of just model trains, real trains. Like a lot of people. I've started an HO train since I was 3 years old. Still got my first engine, and it's just grown from there. Unfortunately, I have no layout yet, but the plan is to buy a building, if that ever happens.
But you don't need to be. You don't need to have a layout to be a model railroader. I think that's an important important thing to acknowledge.
I have 2 test tracks.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go.
So all I want is the My Light Tracks Memorial Building. I don't think that's too much to ask.
No, not too much.
60 by 60 feet, 2-story. How much could that possibly cost?
There are some people here that might be able to help you, at least with maybe an N scale version of that building.
3D printed?
A full building of that. Just wandering around, so I will let you go, do a little more shopping, and I will keep streaming so that I don't do more shopping. I definitely need roller skates. I definitely do. Yep. Yeah. Oh, here you go. So this is the Nassau Valley Railroad Association in Shirley, Massachusetts, and they brought some test tracks here. So am I correct to say if I bought a locomotive, I could bring it over here and give it a test with you guys?
And we will test it for free, although we will accept donations.
Fantastic. And what scales can you test?
Pretty much all the popular scales, from Z up to G. And we test both DC and DCC. We can even test American Flyer, O scale, as well.
And you tell me a little bit about your organization, the NVRAA?
National Valley Railroad Association. We are based in Shirley, Massachusetts, which is near Ayer, which is kind of near Fitchburg. We've been a club for over 70 years. We have 57 members currently, and we are located at the Phoenix Office Park. We rent a space there, and our layout is over 1,000 linear feet of mainline track.
So you have a permanent layout in that space, and then when you come to shows, you bring your test track and help people out.
We just bring a test track. We don't set up modules. We don't have modules. We have a permanent layout at that location.
This is probably very useful for many people.
It has sold so many locomotives for other dealers. But, it's what we do. We enjoy doing it.
Is this yours too down here?
Yeah, it's a little switch, like a little switch puzzle. That's just DC, runs off a standard transformer, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Take a quick look at the switching puzzle that they have over here.
Right, exactly. There's a lot of them.
Right. Four switches.
Yeah, but the thing is,
diamond in the center.
A lot of it is like, we should hit some
a little switching locomotive over here on.
Not everybody is Green Acres and grow all your own food, right? You can't. You see how it is. One person can't support their efforts.
Here's a company I'm not too familiar with. This is Funaro and Camerlengo HO scale resin kits. Come around the corner in a second, or you can see some of them out of the box. So here's an example of the resin kit before it's built. And then here are some built versions of it. So if you like building kits, there's a good opportunity for you there. Brian from Ink Rails, I am, can I plead the fifth on that? I did. I actually went back. I bought the kit. The transfer bridge from N-Scale Architect. Once I saw it, I had to get it. We're back at Valley HO. We got a little peek at their layout. I don't know if people have heard of Ron's books. I think most people might have, but just in case there's one or two of you out there, Ron's books is one of the bigger, at least my understanding is, one of the bigger railroad specific bookstore. Have pretty much anything you can want in books. Been coming to the show for many years. Someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is Ron passed away a few years ago, and it's his family that is now taking over and running the business and keeping it going. Definitely check these guys out. They got some really good pricing on various items. I didn't ask what the recommended donation is back there. There's a booth to your right of walk. What vendor is that? That is Trains, TRANZ.com. Is the one with all that LGB stuff. So if you want to go down that rabbit hole, I warn you. Trains does have their own website. They also put everything up on eBay as well. So if you want some loads for your roads, apparently you can come to the load man here at the show, HONN scale. Different loads available. Looks like they're also selling some display shelves as well.
And I joined the Navy every time. I'm going to Vietnam.
This is Unveiled Hobby Shop right here. Yeah, Pete, just the other day, or my last live stream actually, the package that I got was from Trains, and it was not pretty. Because once I decided to buy one item, it was hard to not just keep throwing other items in there as well. So this guy here on the corner sells a bunch of used stuff, and last year at the show, I made it out of the show pretty much unscathed. And then I went to the bathroom and walked past these guys and ended up spending money. Never been to a train show. I think this is one of the highlights, is just to be able to go through all of these items here. This is all part of the same company, if I'm not mistaken.
Please do not park in front of any doors as you are leaving today. Again, do not park in front of any doors. Thank you.
So Brian, I picked up items at the train show that I didn't even buy at the train show. So I am definitely not going home empty-handed, that is for sure. TCA has their booth. Train Collectors Association. Primarily focus on O scale. Here's the Eastern Maine Model Railroad Club, exclusive custom decorated freight cars. There you go.
Smaller ones doing 5. 7 for the 53s.
Walk over towards the other side and maybe we can. There's some vendors down this way that I haven't talked to yet. Oh yes, Sylvan Scale Models is at the show. What was it? They're actually just off to my left. They're right in front of me right now. This right here is Sylvan Scale Models. That was hard to do. Point and walk at the same time. Brian, anything particular you want to see? Mike!
How you doing?
Your stuff is over with Ray.
No, it isn't. It's in my car already.
There you go. Perfect.
Nice to see you.
Good to meet you.
Mike from the Nutmeg Division. Go on to the Nutmeg Division Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. You can see all the great stuff we're doing in the Nutmeg Division up here in the NMRA in Connecticut. Thanks for the frog juicers.
Of course, absolutely. What has been the thing you've enjoyed most about the show?
Oh, talking to everybody. So many cool people here. I've been coming to this show since I was probably 11 or 12, and to share the love of model railroading and learn more from so many great people. There are so many cool people in model railroading to go out and talk to go out and learn from. I know a lot of people want to be here, maybe you can't, but we're really happy so many of you can see on the live stream and come here and check stuff out, and hopefully we'll see you guys around somewhere.
Great to meet you in person, Mike. Mike and I kind of met, I guess, just over the internet. You posted something, and I said, "Hey, I got something," and we made it work. So I hope those work out for you, and look forward to seeing what you do with them.
Absolutely, and you let me know. We can talk later. I message you. So
Sounds
good to see you.
Awesome, thank you. We'll go back to Sylvan. Philly, she said exactly. Christopher, if you could find a way to get here, absolutely. Ray, I might have left my debit card on home by, quote, accident, aka completely on purpose. Oh, here you go. These are the trucks here, HO scale trucks. They have ships. I know Sylvan Models has ships. I do not see the ships here though. Let me see if I can ask. Do you have your ships here?
No, Seaport Models in the Mallory building.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'd be in competition with them, but he's one of our biggest customers for them.
Fantastic. So can you tell us who Sylvan Models is?
That's Mr. Sylvan.
Oh, okay.
Claire Gilbert. He's retired off the Great Lakes as a marine engineer.
Oh.
So that's his connection to the ships.
Yeah.
And he's always been a truck and car guy too, so that's where we've branched out into all this. This is all his brand new vehicles from this year, right here.
Yeah, we're just taking a look at those. mostly HO scale, or do you do other scales as
We got a
well?
little bit of O gauge. This is O gauge. And that's the HO. Same side.
I know in the ships you do some N scale stuff as well. Well, at least I have a Sylvan car float that's N scale.
You got the car float? Did you get the container ship?
I didn't get the container ship. I don't know if I have space for a container ship on my layout, but yeah.
Once you have a ship on the layout, that's pretty much the layout.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But,
Fantastic. Thank you. We'll check them out when we get over to the Mallory later.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Good guy to talk to over there, Bruce.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, I remember I walked past the guys over in the Mallory and saw their stuff. I didn't realize it was the Sylvan stuff over there. But when I walked by, I commented on how incredible the ships and stuff were. I can't believe this is only day one of the show. Vision 3D with surround sound. I don't know if anybody actually wants to hear my voice in 3D full audio file. So I think some people may have heard of TCS. I have the TCS Wi-Fi throttles. I have a 50 and a 100. So this is a company called Perplexing Puzzles Plus. The website is P3NH. Here's some sample laser cut building kits. Looks like they also make some track alignment stuff. We've got N scale. Oh, look at this. For you N-scalers, they got N-scale stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about the company?
Hi, we work out of our basement in Ashland, New Hampshire, and we've been doing this for about 10 years. Having a great time here at the show, building, as you can see, all sorts of kits, building kits.
And mostly N-scale and HO?
And HO and S, and we've started in O, but we haven't got it quite ready for the show yet. But we're getting
Fantastic.
there.
Welcome, thank you.
Thank you.
Here is their sign, just in case anybody needs. HO stuff here. Here's some of the HO samples. I hope to one day be able to do some nice models. They're nice craftsman kit models. Yeah, Rusty, this is why I stream all day, is because it keeps my hands busy. And it prevents me from spending a lot of money. Here's a small little company that a couple people may have heard of. It's called Kato. A bunch of N-scale stuff on this side, mostly N-scale stuff they've got here. The far side, they do have some HO scale stuff as well. I'm trying to see if I can chat with some of these crafting kit suppliers over here. Of course, they're all pretty busy doing their thing right now as well. But this is Motrek Models. We'll try and catch them in a second, but let's take a little bit of a look at some of the stuff that they make. There's an HO scale doghouse for all of you that spent too much money on model railroading stuff. You can get yourself a doghouse. So here's the Earl Small Show tenement, and if we look up here, where it is built out.
We've gone through that with multiple manufacturers who have called us and said, I'm now literally stuck items that I have moved away from the produced order model because of this. Right. No, because like right now, so we're doing great I said, you know what you ordered?
More HO scale kits over here on the side. Got some S scale stuff here as well. And some O scale stuff. And then we've got some desk organizers as well. Some tools and stuff. Here's a paint holder, pen pastel holder. All kinds of different options and stuff available here. We can take a little divergence and come around the corner here. Let's see if I can't. See if I can't catch somebody for a conversation really quickly. I'm trying to attract the famous YouTuber himself.
How you
Ken.
doing? That's some setup you got there.
I know, but we're live from the show. When you're live from the show, you got to bring a little bit of a setup. But I know you do. You have your own YouTube channel and do a bunch of YouTube stuff as well. But you're not just a YouTuber. What do you guys actually do?
So we're trainworld.com. We sell model trains all over the world. We're here at the Amherst Train Show, and quite honestly, it is the best train show out there. It's just unbelievable. We're exhausted today. It's towards the end of a Saturday, and we ran out of everything. We ran out of raffle entry forms. We ran out of hats. We were giving away toys and everything. So it was just unbelievable. We got to reload on supplies for tomorrow. It was excellent. We really appreciate John Sacerdoti for putting this together. He does an amazing job with the show. If you're into model trains, this is a great show, but we have a really nice assortment of different model trains. We got flyers here for people to see, and we ship model trains all over the world. So everything you're looking for, whether it's G-scale, the large trains, or N-scale, the tiny trains, we carry a huge selection, and check us out, trainworld.com.
So I've spent way too much money with you guys, but what really gets me are your exclusive items that you guys do, working with manufacturers. How do you guys decide what sort of exclusive stuff to put out to give us that little bit of something different?
Yeah, so we definitely have a creative tank. And because we've been in business for 50 years, we kind of know what our consumers have an appetite for, and we know what works well in one scale is going to work well in another scale. So we have a lot of different assortment stuff here. Here's some military. Here we worked with Chris Raines, an influencer on a Lionel engine. This is a Broadway Limited Santa Fe Jeep 30 black bonnet. Different pieces over here. And we're really fortunate to work with some great manufacturers that really do a lot for the hobby. So we really appreciate that.
Fantastic. And I'm based in New York City, so you guys are unfortunately, pretty close to me. So you fill my needs quickly, and that causes me to empty my wallet a little faster.
That's awesome.
And I would enjoy it. So I thank you for not having any product that I can just pick up off the table and take home with me. But one more time, people want to see what you guys have. What's the website?
So check us out at trainworld.com for a huge in-stock selection of model trains. We have over 50,000 square feet of warehouse trains, model trains, and thank you for doing all these great influencing podcasts, all this stuff. So it's really helpful for the model train industry. And thank you for the customer out there. We really appreciate your support.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate your time, and we'll be watching you on YouTube as well. So,
sounds good.
Thank you.
Attention. Salute. Your mother is looking for you at the show office. Please come to the show office. Thank you.
We're needing a defective model cup.
Free ones over there.
Free is good. We're now in front of Mind Mount Models here, another craftsman kit company. Yeah, Pete, they really did a good job, Train World, jumping online and figuring out what people, how people were buying stuff and modifying their business model. So is this Mud Creek or is this Crow? Conowingo?
I'm just
You
sitting
guys.
here.
Oh, you're just sitting there.
Just sitting here.
You want to tell us what you got going on here and who you are?
Sure. I'm Chris Kors from Conowingo Models. What we have here today is it's a pretty big setup for us. We've got our HO scale cars over here, and we've got our mainly HO structures there. We also have a mix of HO and O scale down in this area, and then we've got, these are all kits, by the way, and on that far end there we have pre-built structures.
I'm looking at the rolling stock you got up there. Are those kits as well, and they're wood kits? They look like wood kits.
Yes, they're all wood kits.
Wow.
Some have, there's a lot of Teachy parts in them, and they're also available with different trucks, such as Teachy trucks, Canadians, down here in pressed Fox, pressed steel Fox trucks that are pretty decent. And these kits, some of them actually have a few 3D printed parts in them.
If people want to find out more about your kits and stuff, where should they go to check them out?
They can go to conowingomodels.com.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
Just want to get a picture. You can see their URL is right there, and there's a QR code as well.
Yep. Takes it right to our website.
I really like this caboose right here. So I show people. Check the details out on this caboose. That's really nice. So if you're into cabooses, it's got some real cool designs here. Really? Are they built around a power unit, the Doodle Bugs, or do you know of anyone that's put a power unit in them?
Well, what you'll have to do is get either the AHM GE 35 ton or the Bachmann 44 ton, depending on the kit that you select. They call it the box bug, the yellow one there in the middle.
Yeah.
That one takes the Bachmann 44 ton, and the other two to the right of it, you take the AHM 35 ton. Basically, what you do is you strip it down and then you build up from there.
I didn't realize. I didn't see it earlier. That's got a flap in the front as well.
Yeah, I call that one a snow beast.
I'm into cabooses. It's a thing, so I'm definitely drawn to those. These are neat.
Yeah, I started numbering them. There's actually a caboose number 4 that hasn't been built yet.
Oh, funny.
Because it is actually a number 4, and
design number 4 just hasn't been finalized for production yet.
Right, because I was actually in the middle of putting together this passenger car, and the more I got to looking at it, the more I was thinking, that'd be a really cool caboose.
Yes.
So caboose number 4 was already taken. So I went, and all the way down to your right there, you'll see caboose number 5. So really on that one,
different windows. Yeah.
Just swapped out the windows. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. Oh, and that one doesn't have. Of course, it doesn't have the seats in it either.
So a little kit bashing, and you can come up with anything.
Yep, pretty much.
And you are an NMRA partner as well?
Yes. Already dropped that off himself this morning.
So if you're an NMRA member,
you get 10%.
There you go, 10% for NMRA members. Another excuse to get an NMRA membership.
I have to end up going to Methuen because I need wood. So I got to pick up an order.
All right. Brad's eating chocolate ice cream. Yeah, wooden tank car. Yeah, those are pretty neat. I really enjoyed seeing those. So this is rail scale models here right now. Rail scale models sign at least says your source for model railroad craftsman items, custom scale structures, laser cutting services. The wharf at Mud Creek. You thought who was Chris? Oh, Chris from who was saying hello to Chris? Wait, now I lost the message. Doc with no degree. I don't know his real name, but his YouTube thing is Doc with no degree. He said to say hello.
Yes, Mitch.
Mitch? Doc, is your name Mitch?
Yes.
Chris is looking it up. You tell me a little bit about the company?
What, rail scale models?
Absolutely.
Am I on camera?
You are. You're actually on a live stream with 108 people watching, wanting to know what you do and why you are here.
Well, I'm here because it's the biggest show on the East Coast, so you got to take advantage of that. Rail scale models, we do laser cut craftsman kits. We also do laser cut detail parts like windows and doors and roofing shingles. And then I also bought the Railway Design Associates line of kits about 4 years ago, so I have all of those injection molded plastic kits. N scale, HO scale, S scale, O scale, you name it, we've got it. Go to the website, www.rail-scale-models.com.
So besides your booth, what else should people see while they're here?
You know, quite frankly, the way things have been today, I haven't left my booth.
It's been today's been wild, yeah.
It's been crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, here in the in the Better Living Center or whatever,
Yes.
section 47, there's a bunch of craftsman kit vendors right here. They kind of group us together. But then outside of that, you name it, you'll find it here. You're looking for something for your model railroad empire, you'll find it at this show for sure.
Stephen, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Now I know Mud Creek is, I believe, local to me, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see some of their stuff.
buddy?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Frank or Natalie, you want to come tell us about yourself?
Sure, absolutely. Hit it.
So we're Mud Creek Models, and we're just a manufacturer of laser cut kits, and you can see all of our products here. We've been in business for 2 years now. And what do you want to say?
You just did everything I was going to do. That was absolutely fantastic.
And you guys live near me? Or do I live near you? One or the other?
One or the other. Where are you?
Manhattan.
We're on Long Island. Pretty close. 60 miles. That's close enough.
Close enough for model railroads.
There you go. That's it. That's it. Fantastic.
Good stuff.
So, enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here's all the 3D printed parts over here. I'm gonna sneak out the back. Don't anybody get me in trouble now for walking through. Yeah, I just walked through where I was not supposed to, but one thing. It's pretty wild. I'm seeing a lot of the guys that I have met over the last year operating, which is really pretty wild because, you know, a year ago I didn't know any of these people. Back by the t-shirts, so I don't know if we're going to end up running into Michelle Kempelma over here. We could potentially run into her. I'm kind of curious, the t-shirt that she was looking at earlier, I kind of want one as well. And I'm looking at where they were. They were somewhere right around here, and they seem to be completely gone. It looks like they were a very popular item at the show. They got t-shirts, they got sweatshirts, all kinds of various items here. It does look like it's clearing out a little bit. People are starting to head home, making some of their last purchases, but there is another day tomorrow, as well as some events going on tonight that you should definitely check out if you're around 5:30. Both the Women in Model Railroading as well as the NMRA are doing operations sessions over in the Mallory building. So I actually came around this side to see if I could talk to Brian, but then he went the other way. Should we just in here and see? So some people might know this gentleman here that's doing a little bit of modeling. This cover has his picture on it. Well, not a picture, but a picture of a model that he built. So he's over here doing his thing in the best booth. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
How many days of work is that for you?
Oh, I just did it. Started yesterday. Kind of did it at the show. Pretty much all of it today at the show. So. Yeah, 14 days. I shrunk myself down really little.
And you got Brian sitting next to you, watching over your shoulder, making sure you're doing it right.
So I just faced the coat towards the wall.
Oh, and painted him white. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, he is. Making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
No, I'm watching him so I can learn.
Of course. If people don't know, this is James Powell, DirtSpot7 online.
DirtSpot.7 online. And James.A.Powell on Instagram and James.A.Powell on YouTube.
Maybe? You think? Or,
yeah, I'm
or
pretty
that
sure.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, cool. All right. Cool, so I'll have a white one. I don't have any red paint, so we'll have two white ones, but different shades. Putting some coolers on the front.
Brian, will you tell us a little bit about the company? What you guys do?
We make craftsman structure kit, laser cut. That's the standard now. We also have a line of detail castings and stains for weathering kits and stuff like that. Those are pretty much our three main things.
And you bring a lot of lighting to this show.
Yeah, a lot of convention halls aren't well lit, so if you don't bring your own, it doesn't get much light.
I love it. Nice open big booth, easy to find stuff as well. So
thanks.
Come on down. You can watch James do some painting, and you can check out some of the other stuff that's here.
Oh, now I remember what I was going to do like an hour ago.
Go get an Optivisor?
So if anybody was wondering, yes, even the professionals use Optivisors.
Oh,
for
you have
painting
to.
stuff.
You have to. You know, we were just talking about that. I said, man, we used to think they were really dorky until we started using them and saw that we could see what we were doing.
Well, I never wanted to wear one because I was like, no, my eyes are good enough. I don't need it.
Yeah.
But
and then you find out that when you use one, you can see everything all of a sudden.
What magnification do you use?
This is, I want to say this is 3. This says 5. It doesn't feel like 5, but maybe it is 5. Generally, I use about 3, 4, somewhere in there. I have a 10 at home, and that's almost impossible to work with because you're right.
Yeah, you have to hold it up to your face.
Yeah. But you can see everything with that.
There you go. So I've got I think a 1.75 and a 2.75. Looks like I need to get myself a little bit more magnification.
I was given a hint yesterday by Jake Johnson. He said, I've been using 4X readers. And so I think I'm going to try that.
Very interesting.
That might be interesting.
Yeah, these are basically readers. What I have on
Yeah,
now,
mine too.
essentially, I mean, progressives.
I have progressives,
but they're just for essentially so I can look at, see some, see my camera. So that's interesting because I bought 2X readers for like under the layout, looking up and whatnot, where the progressives don't work. So that's a good idea to just buy some 4X readers off the shelf for your local drugstore.
Exactly. So I'm going to try it. See if it works.
Not that having an Optivisor is a bad thing in any way.
Oh, I have to have it now.
Yeah.
I have to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Once I crossed 50, it was all over.
It was all over. Yep.
All over.
I know the feeling.
Thank you. We'll see you around
All right,
again
thank
tomorrow.
you. All right,
Great
very
show.
good. See ya.
So here it is. Best booth with all of their lighting, blowing out the camera on the way. Oh, Andy, if you wore your Optivisor while you were eating, you might be able to see your food, or see your hair in your food. Maybe. Maybe not. So during my break from live streaming, I took some 360 videos. Depending on how soon I crash after the show today, I will work on getting those edited and getting them posted so that you can take a 360 walk through each of the buildings here at the the Biggie, here at the Biggie. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the NMRA Northeastern Region Hub Division. This is their modular layout that they brought here to the show. I'm gonna punch this in a little bit. As we watch this train go by. Randall, who is Floyd Robbins? Where would I find this Floyd Robbins person? Did he just walk past me somewhere? So the Hub Division owns their own modular railroad?
Yep.
That's really cool. I I didn't know of any NMRA divisions that did.
Oh yeah, yep. We've been doing it for a long time. Most of them do.
Oh, well,
Yeah, most of them.
I'm an NMRA member, and I'll keep my mouth shut about my own division.
No, because most of the modules are owned by individuals. The club owns the corners and special things like that diamond module and things like that. Or like this model, the club owns it.
I haven't seen. So this is a protected diamond, essentially, with the signals. Correct.
The signals don't really protect it. It's, this guy here in the tower.
Ah, gotcha.
He's the one who protects.
So your tower operator is
Yeah,
what
he's
does
tower,
the protection.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you go.
the signals are just dummies.
Yeah. This is fantastic. Thank you.
Most of you is mega multi-mode that shows up in your streams half the time.
Yep. Got another train coming through.
Live.
So why? Some people say the hub division is the best division in the Northeast region. Is that like I'm trying to start a little something, right? So we'll go with that. Okay.
Why wouldn't it be?
You have a really neat setup here with the diamond in the center. Work your way around. Hey, Luke, what's happening? I did, Luke. I drank a lot of stuff when I took a little bit of a lunch break earlier. There's another train coming through. This is a big modular setup. I'm thinking of all the people I didn't see today that I need to go try and find tomorrow.
You are today's winner of the soundtrack switching contest. This is also the 15-minute warning for closing today. 15-minute warning.
You have been warned. They're going to close. At 5:30, I'll be heading back over towards the Mallory building for the operating sessions that are going on over there. And I brought my waters and some snacks and everything with me over there, so I will definitely be partaking of them as well. I've only bought one thing at the show, but I'm already starting to wonder when or how I'm going to carry everything back on the train. The Steam channel, I did swing by Atlas on this morning's stream. I stopped by and caught a bunch of stuff over there. I didn't get a chance to speak with anybody there, but if you want to see what was at the table, check out this morning's stream. Yeah, Cameron, I bought one thing. It was not green. Wow, here we go. Check this out. Somebody put a lot of work into these modules. First layout I've seen since I've been here that's had a lot of trains running on it.
Right outside the door here, by the slide.
They need to slow the wind turbines down. That's funny.
Oh, yes.
They were not spinning at scale speed. So if you want to join the NMRA, you can do that here at the show. The NMRA actually has a rail pass, which I think is one of the best deals out there. For $20, you can join for 9 months and get an induction and mean, you can reach out to your division as well and contact them. But if you're here, or you want to do it online or anything like that, NMRA. Yes, I am a member. Cameron, the advantage of me doing these live streams is that I don't have the time to spend money. So it kind of works out to my benefit. This is Gamby Dancer Hobbies in Belmont, New Hampshire that we're looking at right now. They sell a bunch of, I'm looking at these sheep's coat products, which I'm finding really interesting. And they sell other stuff as well that we're getting to down here at the end of the table. Getting closer to the mini prints booth, and Bernard is having a group activity, it looks like, over there. Lots of stuff going down. You can actually go to Mini Prints and use the code HUMAN, get a discount.
Attention! The show will be closing in 10 minutes. Please finish up your purchases and find an exit, please. 10 minutes. Thank you.
How you doing, Spencer? You holding up?
Oh yeah, I'm doing great, thank you. It's been a great day.
Did you made these? Yes?
Yeah, so this is something I've been working on with Bernard at Mini Prints. So we're calling it the Under the Tracks series. And so I put together this bomb shelter, backyard bunker. And so I did the design of the structure, and then it's filled with Bernard's lovely catalog of 3D printed details.
And then right next to it as well, we seem to have another underground-ish type of thing.
Exactly, so this is the first one that I came up with in our Under the Tracks series. And so that's what it looks like in the raw resin. And then I put together a fun little diorama. And then as well, Bernard has created another example of the well that features Lassie and Timmy in the classic episode Timmy Fell Down the Well.
And where's the
Right
last?
at the end
Oh,
of the
there it is
module.
at the end. There's a QR code. So
right
if you
here.
click on the QR code, you can actually buy the whole kit with Lassie and the gentleman falling down the well.
And the gentleman is actually me. So I have to stay away from wells from now on.
So you built the well and then you fell down it.
Yeah, you know, I'm really committed to my work.
Thanks, Spencer.
You're welcome.
I'll catch you guys around.
Sounds great.
Can you believe it is only day one?
And you know what? It's been a great day.
Good seeing you.
Take care.
Let's start taking a little bit of a walk over to the Young building on our way to the Mallory building. Heading towards where they're going to do the limited model railroading event.
Yeah, it's fine. I got your gas.
Yeah, Floyd, exactly. I will say what they should probably make, and maybe I will make this suggestion to Spencer later, is they need a rabbit hole. Because I feel like a lot of us end up going down rabbit holes quite frequently. And it's, where we spend a lot more time than we should. I don't know if it's a lot more time than we should, but I like our rabbit holes. I really do. Yeah, Bernard's been putting all the stickers on the front of his module, so yes, we're able to see it there. The Microtrains crew.
That is cool.
There's the January releases right here.
You said there was another box?
New body style. Modern flat car. I own way too many of these. Oh, here we go. Looks like I got another series I need to pick up. 1970s series 50-foot ribside boxcars. A little bit past what I've run, but you know, might get them as well. So Andy, I see you got something in your hand.
Andy
won a prize.
I won the speed switching on the O-scale.
How many times did you try it to win the speed switching?
One time.
Wow.
I got 8 minutes, beating a 12-minute previous high score.
And what scores did these two guys get during the O-scale switching?
We were already eliminated by the time he snapped the prize out.
Yeah, all the Manhattan modelers need to attempt a turn on the O-scale central.
Will there be an opportunity tomorrow as well?
Yes.
There you go. You guys look like you're heading out. There's nothing more for you to buy for today?
We're just 5 minutes left. Here for the record.
That's all you bought today?
Well, that's all I bought second session.
Oh, that's all you bought the second. Let's see that. That's a little penny farthing.
Penny farthing, yeah.
What scale is that?
O scale.
Right, because you were N scale, then you were TT scale, then you were O scale, and then you were Civil War, and then you were
right. I'm that one.
Andreas, your hands are very empty.
We dumped all the stuff that we bought at 2 or 3 at we stashed everything back in the car.
So I might need your help getting stuff back to New York City. And we don't want to talk any more about it than that.
Fair enough.
Thanks, guys. Women in Model Railroading, 5:30 at the Dry Hill layout.
Okay. Good to see everybody.
See you guys later.
You dashed up your ear.
Yeah, Wigwag, that was Estate Handy Projects, Andy Estep. Andy and I are roommating it together for this show. You found something to buy, didn't you?
No, I'm just looking at it.
You're just looking, okay. Just looking. It's amazing the amount of people that are just looking.
Once you start moving, don't stop.
Wigwag, it would be great to meet you.
And once you're over in the grass, then you get everything will run. But you gotta.
We'll get Almar's experience later. But when I checked into him at noon, he said everything was going fantastic with the chair, not having any issues at all. So we'll duck in the Young building. It is 4:57, so it's things are winding-ish down. I'm gonna keep this rolling for a little bit longer and try and catch the beginning of the Women in Model Railroaders session during the end of this live stream. They do run a shuttle. The people standing off to my left that we just passed are waiting for the shuttle back to the hotel. This year it's hosted by Bachman. That bag's looking heavier, Joey. Yeah, through... You don't have to be quiet. Joey's gonna walk with me over to Dry Hill. Considering how much it costs to go and be there, travel, hotel, meals, and tickets to get in, not much money left to buy with. Lynn, you would be surprised what you would give up to purchase stuff that you find at this show. It's pretty incredible, all the stuff that's here and available. Hold on, you got to tell everybody that. So, if people don't know, there's a Discord for my channel, and we have a railroad collection thing, and Joey likes locomotives.
Naturally.
And so you bought
three locomotives today. We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Tomorrow is another day. The credit card resets, the credit limit resets tomorrow. So you can start over from zero. Here's, if you haven't looked online yet, here's the map. Get a sense of how big things are. We are right here, right now, and about to go into this building here. Let's take a little detour over this way. I'm gonna see, I know it's after 5, but I'm gonna try and convince a certain person to give us a little example of some of the stuff on the table that they got over here. MRC does apparently have some announcements. Let's see if we can get them to tell us about them. Alright, my watch just popped up and said move, as if I haven't been moving enough. I don't get it, but that's what it said. Excuse me, sir.
One person.
I'm doing a live stream, and I'm wondering if you could take a moment and tell us a little bit about what's in front of us here.
Do I have to? Can we get out of your
Yes.
shot?
So if people don't know, this is Mike Dunstan. He is on the Discord channel as well, a very active member of the community. He's been developing some stuff that he's revealing at the show. And if we're lucky, he's going to tell us and show us all about it right this moment.
Well, I can tell some of it. I can't show it all because we're having some hardware issues.
That sounds
we're gonna
perfect.
fix.
Tell us about what you got going, though.
Okay, so...
What is MRC releasing at this show?
Well...
Or mentioning at this show?
We are announcing the path forward for the Prodigy users. So how can they move on from the current system that works well for them? How can they grow as they're going into the new era with new technologies? How can they have a wireless or a Wi-Fi throttle? And how can they grow? What can they do next? What can they add? So we are starting off with a new Wi-Fi throttle that will work with the existing Prodigy systems and our new system, with a full color display and all the familiar functionality, and then some new functionality that we're adding in.
And that's a prototype that you've been
yes, this is a
developing?
prototype that we're working on, and it's pretty close to working and ready. We also have our gateway device. This connects to the existing Prodigy system and it opens them up to having new throttle formats, including our new this is a LCC-based throttle that we've developed, and other LCC throttles also work with it. This also provides the Y-throttle interface for the Prodigy system or our new system.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Go home.
The show is now closed for this evening. Please complete final sales, and we'll see you in the morning if you're coming back. And if you're not coming back, we'll see you next year. But come on back tomorrow. 10 a.m. tomorrow. Until 5. The show is now closed.
And that was John Sacerdoti, for people that don't know, the show director. Mike, before you go on, I gotta stop you because you said something. You used the word, or the letters LCC.
Yes.
So MRC is getting into LCC. Is that what we're hearing?
That is what we are doing. We are moving forward from the older generation of the hardware and adding LCC to it as a new feature. And we're integrating everything that's possible in as simple of a process that we can for the end users to be able to understand and utilize it to its potential if they want to take it that way, or if they simply want something that just works. We're targeting that.
So the plan is that all of this will work both with the Prodigy stuff,
yes,
with any DCC stuff, as well as now with any LCC stuff
yes.
as well.
And for those existing Prodigy users, we're not obsoleting your entire system. We are, starting with the gateway, we're going to add LCC functionality to the legacy Prodigy system for traction control or train control. And then when we introduce the command station, we will then be having all of your existing Prodigy throttles, they now become LCC throttles without changing their hardware.
People are asking these be available in the EU as well as in the US as far as the Wi-Fi?
I think yes, but I would have to defer to them.
Gotcha.
Initially, we're probably going to be primarily targeting the US, and then possibly handing off to the UK counterpart.
There's another manufacturer that, my understanding at this point,
I believe
don't have the EU channels available.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's my understanding on it. And then, we have our new command station that will upgrade the Prodigy base station. And right now it is targeting around 5 amps for the main track. And we're going to support the programming track as well, with a standard 250 milliamps limit, but users can increase that limit in the configuration settings to handle some of the decoders that, like sound decoders, that require a little bit more power to start up and to be programmed.
So the new command station will be an add-on to the Prodigy system. You can't just buy that command station.
It's a replacement.
It's a replacement, so
yes, it will be standalone. People can buy it.
So people can go to people can switch to MRC to get an LCC-based command station. And what's the production timeline that you guys are targeting at this point?
So right now,
we're all going to hold you to it as well.
Okay.
So any dates that you state?
I am currently estimating it to be the gateway and the throttle. We're probably looking at mid to late summer, and the command station probably looking at late fall.
So we're talking 2024 by the end of the year.
Ideally,
MRC
yes.
is going to have LCC, command station, Wi-Fi throttles, ready
that is
for
the
market.
goal.
There you go.
There's a few things that, the regulations that we have to meet, and do the testing, because we are using Wi-Fi technology. We have to go through all the testing, and the command station and some of the other products, they will be going in for NMRA testing.
Okay.
And I'm already working with them to line that up and find out what we need to provide to make it easier for them, including any hardware modifications I need here to make it so they can say from a computer, direct the command station what it needs to do without any hassles in another standard format that then they can take to send other manufacturers and say, hey, we need you to start using this or support this, so that it makes our lives easier so we can help you.
So MRC is, I would kind of say, an early adopter, right? I mean, there are not
In
a
a way.
lot of companies out there making stuff, and MRC is jumping in, acknowledging the technology, and
Yes, we are jumping into the deep end of the pool of the new technologies and trying to find a way that we can make those technologies easy for the users to adopt and extend when they are ready to.
Mike, thanks for the time. We'll probably stop by again tomorrow and see how everything's going. But here's their, people want to see the poster for the marketing here. MRC Next, DCC Command Station, Wi-Fi Throttle, LCC Gateway, and more. And the madman behind all of this development is this gentleman right here. And I'm guessing, people could probably join my Discord and ask you questions.
Yeah,
and you'll tell us what you can, obviously, but not what you can't.
After I return home late Monday, possibly even on Tuesday, to California.
And you're from Mattawa, New Jersey, according to this,
MRC
right?
is. I'm located near Yosemite in California.
Yeah.
So I will be posting on the Discord more information from our marketing materials that we have here today. I'm also going to be posting on trainboard.com, which I also have linked your channel to help them, see what Amherst is all about, because not everybody can make it here.
And will stuff be posted on the MRC website as well? The
At some point,
modelrectifier.com?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we will get it up there. We will be having it up there as we get closer to product launch.
Fantastic. Mike, thank you so much. I'm going to keep on moving. We got an op session to attend. You're more than welcome to join. It's for the women in model railroading. Dry Hill, Mallory Building.
Okay.
Stop by when
I might stop by and say hi.
Sounds good. See you later. So Joey, who is joining me, Late Night Model Railroads, is probably seeing I keep switching hands a lot. I don't know what it is, but holding this rig up for 2 days now in a row, it gets heavy after a little while. I like the rig though. I've actually got the chat on a separate phone, which makes it much easier to see. The gimbal is working fantastically, I think. This is a much nicer gimbal than the one that I had last year with more features. Makes it easier to use. It is a little heavier though, I will admit, but I've got a second handle on it. Allows me to switch hands and do the hokey pokey and turn myself around. This is a, I don't know, HOHEM MT2 is, I believe, what it is. And I got it because then I can fly a bunch of different cameras that I have. And right now I'm just working with iPhones because we are wireless in this big space, but this will enable me to fly some heavier cameras as well. Tomorrow I am definitely going to stop by this booth and talk to the owner of Signalogics. They're doing some interesting things. Here is Ross Customs and Z Stuff for Trains. We had a good conversation with them last year. We spent a little bit of time talking to them. I just thought this turntable is so cool. Yeah. If you're into O-scale, that's some good stuff to check out. Now we're gonna leave the Young building and make the long, treacherous, dark walk to the Mallory building.
The show's over. Go offline.
We're going to the operating session for the Women in Model Railroading that everybody is welcome to join us at. So Ray, if you would like to meet some of the women that are changing and advancing model railroading, you can come join us. I am still live, Ray.
How's it going in between buildings? It's still...
I am using cellular. I'm not using Wi-Fi because I tried Wi-Fi, and let's just say everybody showed up this morning and the Wi-Fi went goodbye. Yeah, so.
Well, it's not snowing yet.
It is not. It is not. Ray, did you have a good show?
It's been busy. My feet are killing me.
You guys going out for a good dinner?
We'll see. We'll see. Not sure yet.
You going out for a bad dinner?
I don't know. Hopefully not a bad dinner. There he is.
Thank you, thank you. One thing I'm learning is if you enter a doorway holding a camera, people will hold the door for you. If you don't have a camera, people will just shut it on you. So this is the Dry Hill layout right here. This is where the women in model railroading will be hosting their operation sessions. We had a little conversation on this train earlier. John's trying to get my attention to talk about the circus train, but we're checking this one out right now.
So this has a really interesting story to it. If you want to, you can ask Isabel right there.
Isabel was telling us about it on Friday, I think, for a little bit, and then we caused her to crash her train. So we ended the conversation, but it looks like we're setting her up on a wireless throttle, so maybe she won't have an issue. Just to be clear, it was not Isabel's issue yesterday.
No.
There was a gentleman with his hand on the track, and the train ran into him because he probably shouldn't have had his hands on the tracks. But where's your circus train, John?
So the circus train is currently in the staging yard. It's coming out
still
tonight.
in the staging yard.
It's coming out tonight during the NMRA operating session.
I see.
We're going to run it for a while, and then we're going to stage it in the yard for the unloading of the animals in the wagons.
Nice. And we'll start the staging a little bit earlier tonight instead of
for sure.
Instead of last year.
Yep. Get it right out into the main line quickly.
Last year I got to help start the breakdown, but then they ran out of time. It got a little too late, and everybody was getting tired.
So
because it's
definitely going to try and make an effort this year for sure.
Somebody's saying Heath says he's still live, but after all these hours, I wonder how. And I mean, it's like one of those things you just get energy from, being up and around and.
I mean, we've been here with this layout since Wednesday. That's when we set this thing up.
And when I got here Friday morning, you guys were all sitting under the layout.
Yep.
Just everywhere there were people under the layout.
Doing all the wiring, doing all the fine tuning, making sure that we were perfectly ready to go for this morning.
So what you're saying is a layout of this size, a modular layout of this size, doesn't just magically set itself up.
It depends on the group. Some groups have it down to a science where it only takes like a few hours. Some groups it takes much longer. It just depends on the size of the modular layout, how much detail there is, if you have to attach the legs, if they fold out. It really just depends on the group.
And this layout, though, you guys pretty much only set this up here, maybe one other place?
Just one time a year, and that's because of how long it takes us to get it all set up. If we had another show where they gave us 3 days to set up, then we probably could do another show. But this is the only one where we can guarantee those 3 days so we can set up.
Right, most shows don't have that.
No, we don't have that luxury at other shows.
Do you know, are there any other people that come and start setting up on Wednesday?
A lot of us here, for example, Matt right there, Matt was here since Wednesday. Few of us were here since Wednesday. Some guys come in when they can. It depends on everybody's work schedule, because a lot of guys who are members here work for the railroad. So it really just depends on their schedule when they can come down here. So I work as a teacher in Grafton, Massachusetts, and I was able to get my 3 days off so I could be here, which is never easy.
So who's teaching the kids?
I don't know right now. It's a good question.
So you just unlock the door and let the kids run rampant.
Hopefully somebody with more than a couple brain cells.
Yeah, this is a pretty neat layout, though. We should just show this little
definitely
junction
take it
right here.
Thank you.
It's got a diamond on this end, a double slip, I think, on the other
there's a
end.
double slip in the middle there.
And that's so that they can get all the trains out of the staging yard into here. Their staging yard actually has tracks where you can turn around an entire train. It's got a loop at the end.
That big black loop thing in the that's the loop.
Yeah, completely turn it around. And are these lights actually operational, or are they decorative?
They are operational. Yep. We actually just set these towers up this past few days. These are brand new this year.
Yeah, that one.
What signal system are you using to?
You'll have to ask Matt.
That is for Matt Paquette, who is down there with the vest on. He actually works as a signal maintainer for the railroad, so that's how he knows how to do a lot of this.
That's what I operate on. One guy's layout who works for a signal company as well, and
it's nice because you can pay attention to the signals as you're running your train, so you know you can stay just the right distance from somebody else. So it'll tell me if I have to be slowed down, if I have to stop. So it's really nice to be able to use that as a second,
And I noticed this is called Sacerdoti State Park. Is that named after any
particular
particular
That is named after John
Sacerdoti?
Sacerdoti, who is the guy who runs this whole show. He's the big man in charge. So we wanted to do a little something nice for him, for letting us be here for so long.
How long have you been a member of this club?
So I've been a member since 2019 is when I first started bringing the circus train here. But the club has been here since 1994. So this is our 30th anniversary this year.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
It started out as a couple modules, and then it just got larger and larger.
And my understanding is it's a husband and wife team.
Correct. That's Marie. So that's Joe's
store
wife.
everything in a trailer through the year, and
that is correct.
Work on it.
So there's the man himself. That's Joe. He is the head of the Dry Hill Model Railroad Club.
Fantastic. Doing great. You getting ready for the off session tonight?
The women in model railroading from the NMRA is coming over, and they're going to be operating and discussing things about how to get more women involved in the hobby.
Fantastic. And we appreciate you doing that. I know last year I was here with the NMRA. This year you guys are supporting the SIG group as well.
That's correct.
Always enjoy seeing this layout. You guys run some long trains here, and
I think we have the record for the longest train at this show.
It was like 265 cars, give or take, somewhere near.
265 HO scale cars.
Yep, with only 4 engines in the front, 4K SD40-2, SD80 Max, that's what they were. They were my son's engines.
Yep.
No pushers.
So your son is here with you today?
Yep, he's around somewhere. I think he's way back there somewhere.
Dakota, he loves Conrail, so he uses Conrail.
How many members of the club come out for this?
With the families, we got about 42 members with the family members, and about 30 to 33 people actually operate their own.
And the intention is for you guys to operate it. It's not like you're...
Well, it's a freelance operation. There's no car cards. It's just we have 2 main lines, roundy rounds, and then we have 2 ump switchers, a pull down switcher, and we have about 7 locals that can operate all at the same time.
That's fantastic.
And none of that interferes with the main line. So usually we have 3 trains in each track going around. So it's always something moving.
And I love the coordination of your lift up gate both here, and you have the one going into staging as well.
Correct,
to coordinate the trains coming in and out.
Yep.
I just realized you have 1 or 2 Conrail locomotives over there in the...
That's my son's collection.
There's a lot in there.
Yeah, that's my son Dakota's collection.
How many is it? Is there like 20 of them there?
He's got quite a few.
Yeah. I think there's 4 of them that are my own that I brought. So there's maybe 4 out of that whole group that are mine.
It's
I
fantastic.
got a few more things to do, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
We'll talk to you guys later. We'll let you keep going.
All right, we'll see you later.
See you later. Thanks. Andy Ambrose, this is the Dry Hill Railroad Club. You can maybe just make out the sign right there. I'll get a little closer to it so you guys can see it. There are people following behind me slowly. There are people sitting on the benches taking naps, waiting patiently, very patiently. So there's the name of the club right there, the Dry Hill Model Railroad Club from either Montague or Montague, Massachusetts. Joseph L. Albano Sr., the Dry Hill Amtrak station. They're also doing some stuff at the Reading Technical Layout, which is the one back here, which I know is a big hit for a lot of people. So we can take a little walk back in that direction as well. That's Thomas Dazier, Split Rock 323 on YouTube. It's always interesting walking through a building this big while people are not, or when there's very few people here. Back in my younger days, I had the keys to a theater, and sometimes I was the first person there. And you got to walk into a theater and turn on all the lights. And it was something to experience. So I know the Reading layout, they are working on seeing if they can turn some of the lights off in the building so that we could see the lights on the layout. Got about 25% battery life left, so I'm not sure how long I will be able to keep streaming, but I will try and be sure to sign off before I do. We're just taking a little look around while people are setting up for the operations sessions for this evening. So we were just over at the Dry Hill layout. Now we are at the Reading Railroad. This from here to the very end where this sign is there, that's 160 feet across. Quite a long layout. BCF, I'll stream as long as I can. I'm not, we'll see how quickly things start up. But I'll do what I can to stream part of it. We stream some of the introductions. Oh, I'm hearing chickens.
Right down, we were debating for a couple of years, not really debating, just having discussions about.
So we get closer to this farm.
And when we were talking about it being a house,
I think there's some chickens in this farm somewhere. So essentially what they're going to do for the operations sessions is they are going to have the members of the club will let the guests run trains on the layout. So you'll likely be assigned a guide that will, teach you the rules of the road of their railroad and take you through it. I see we've also had some interesting answers as well about what you might see. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. It might be a little easier for people to see if I zoom out a bit. It's definitely a little bit quieter now. You can hear yourself think. Maybe. So that's Gordy, the president of the NMRA over there. He's got the drinks. I think I've walked around this layout 4 times, 5 times already. Yeah, there is a Euro layout, CMD models. There is a European layout over there. I showed it and it had a lot of catenary on it. If you want to scroll back, not through this video, it would have been this morning that I showed it. So if you look at this morning's stream, I showed off some of the layouts over on the other side of the aisle from where I'm at right now in the Mallory building. You can see here on screen the backs of the buildings aren't modeled. They're open to the back as well. So while we can see them because we're on the back side, when we come around to the front, you'll only be able to see the important part. So here's the front of those models that we were just looking at before. Starting announcements on the other side of the layout. I'll make my way over there slowly. Container Man wanted me to show him that container yard again, and of course he wasn't here, so we'll have to tell him to go look back and see it later. I have not seen any shapeshifters. The show was not long enough. My live streams were not long enough. You want me to do a longer live stream next time? So the problem with doing a longer live stream is I can only do them for as long as the battery on my phone lasts. Because once the battery on my phone is done, I can't stream anymore. Uh-oh, people are running for the food. I don't know what's going on.
It's all mine!
But there's a lot of people, and Christina is first in line at the food.
I have to grade the pizza because it's not Jersey or New York pizza, so.
Oh. If it's not good, are you going to not let people eat it?
No, I'll still eat it. We'll support Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Pizza, so.
Frank's making fun of me. He said, "Are you live streaming?" And I pointed to my little banner
But
that says live stream.
But it's
on
going
it.
really slow, so it's made for people like me to can't read it.
We were joking earlier during the YouTubers meet and greet over at the Mini Prince booth at noon.
Missed.
People were, looking at the camera and saying, "Am I live?" And I said, "These are a bunch of YouTubers that know what a live stream screen looks like." And they can see the live button in the left top corner, and they're still all asking, "Am I live?"
Right.
So, just goes to show you that
your little thing is a great idea. It really does. I like it.
It helps. You're one of the first people to ask me if I'm live.
Really?
No. but it was just funny to say.
Yesterday, I managed to get in on Pete's live stream, my entry to the grounds.
We might still be live streaming.
Oh, you are! Hello,
I am.
everybody!
Hello! Yeah, so I don't want to get into all the technical details, but I tried to set things up so that I could charge while I stream, and all of the technical solutions that I thought would work were not working reliably. So, yes, theoretically, well, I have... So, here's the portable charger, but I have no way of connecting it to the phone while I'm streaming. Or at least I should say, all of the technical solutions that I have were not working reliably. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't work. So when you think of people that rule the world, there he is, Gordy, ruling the world. I'm going to go check on the women in model railroading, see how they're doing. And then if there is still any battery life left, we'll come back and check out the people here. But oh, so here, nothing's running on it right now. But CMD, if you're still here, this is the European Train Enthusiast Eastern New England chapter. And this is their layout this year. James, the show is over. So people have covered the layout to keep people's hands off of things. But some of us are still here because of some special events going on, both for the NMRA and for the women in model railroading. Yeah, CMD, it's a decent size. We're coming back around the other side now. So it's pretty sizable, and they got catenary over the majority of it. And apparently there's a pink convertible. It is not the one that I got from Tammy over at Mom and Sons. Yeah, so they've got basically a dog bone layout. And that's the end of it there. Mark, Linda, and LGB have a pretty big setup in the other building. We saw the LGB big boy earlier. Yep, Markland track, Andy. These are just some nice weathered items. Pick up the pace just a tiny bit, I think. Zoom out while I do that, which will help keep things look a little bit more stable for everybody. Oh, the big boy's Markland, not LGB. I saw it towards the end of last year, the show in Germany with Sound and Smoke. They didn't have it running. We just had it sitting there, being all decorative and such. Well, yeah, I can imagine it's expensive. It's huge for one, and it's Merklin for another. And yeah, Mr. McTogue is correct. Merklin owns LGB. So it might be being released under the Merklin brand, but essentially they are one and the same. So here's the Women in Model Railroading group. Looks like they're doing their pizza thing right now as well. Here's some of the trains that will be running later. John doing a little 050 switching over here. John, they won't let you grab a locomotive and pull them out of here with the train? Everyone's eating and enjoying themselves. That's one big ceiling? Are you saying one big ceiling fan? Or one big ceiling? But yeah, those are some big fans. That is for sure. It's my biggest fan. So this is both the Dry Hill Club as well as the people here supporting the women in model railroading.
Slice this way.
This is what happens at the end of a long day at a show. Hey Lucy, nobody would let you sit down?
I finally got to sit, and this was where I chose because it's so cold and comfy, and I am deep. So yeah, he offered yes, but I was like, no, I'm good here. I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here and have my pizza.
Rudy said, Lucy, come sit and eat. And Lucy said, I am sitting, I'm good.
I'm sitting. This is my harmonious peace moment. And then I'm going to go run some trains and try not to derail anything, which is not going to happen. I probably am going to screw this up, so.
Well, luckily, it's a model.
No one's going to be mad at me?
I didn't say that. I just said it's a model.
Depends on which train you derail?
Exactly.
Is that how this works?
Exactly, yes.
Did I tell you I decided what I'm going to model?
No.
I made my decision today.
Wait, today?
Yes, because I've been going back and forth because Connor, our son, he has a 6-year-old. He's 6. He has an O gauge.
Your 6-year-old son has a 6-year-old.
Yeah, he does. He's been around a long time.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
I get it.
He has a layout. He has like a 4x8 table, and so we were gonna switch from O to HO, but I think I have to decide to do T-track in scale, and I'm gonna do modules with him. So I'm gonna start doing some of them live stream. And I'm going to build some creative ones that don't make sense, and I'm going to build some that make sense. So I'm going to do a little of both.
When you say don't make sense, I mean, if they run trains, what sense is there?
I just found out that there's a group in Japan that bedazzles every engine that they have. I didn't know this information until now. Whoever told me that? Who told me that today? One of our women in model railroading told me that today, and I was like, you should not have told me that, because the guys are not going to be happy with me. I come out with my bedazzled engine. But there's a little girl, I met a guy here, and he said she built a T-track layout, and the mountains were pink glitter. It was built by a 6-year-old, and they still have it on display in their store. Was that? They're actually over on that end. So I'm like, how awesome to inspire a little kid to do something cool and creative. Do you? So I'm going to try it. I'm just going to do some fun ones, see what I like, and hopefully they all fit together and work. So.
And that's what's great about model railroading is that you can do it your way.
Yes, exactly. And I'm going to try to model the old project that I was doing since it never got completed. I'm going to try to complete it on my model railway so I can see it done.
So you've become a real model railroader in that you have more projects than you have time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and I want to do all the things, and I've also spent all of my money already.
Oh, there you go.
For the next 10 years in my mind. So.
Only in your mind?
Only in my mind so
You know they say when you're at a train show, your credit card balance resets every day so you can keep spending.
I don't know that message got delivered to my husband appropriately, but if someone could re-deliver him that message, that'd be great.
We'll send him the clip from this stream so that he is well informed.
No, he's really supportive of the hobby. He's been pretty good about it.
Pretty good?
Pretty good. He tolerates them. There's always trains in our house and always trains talk, and he's a pilot, so he's great.
So he understands toys.
He understands. He has his own hobbies, so we support them each. I tried to bring him to the dark side, the fun side, but he used to support me at the museum too and come up and help the guys sometimes when they needed stuff. So yeah,
for the people that are here that might not know who you are, and I had to stand up for a second because my legs were starting to get to that point where I didn't. But for the 100 people that are watching right now,
there are 100 people watching right now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey everybody! I didn't know there's 100 people.
Lucy's like, oh, I'm just having a
just talking to
one-on-one
a friend.
conversation.
Well, I knew you were
There's nobody
recording.
here
Let me
watching.
fix my hair. Hang on, hi 100 people.
We are live streaming.
Oh, I see it, but I don't read. You know, I'm from Alabama. That's the thing. No, so I'm Lucy Dormont, and I just started with the National Model Railroad Association as their social media lady. That's what I'm calling myself, the social media lady. But I'm also the engagement specialist, so I'm trying to get more engagement in the model community and more of us talking to each other in positive manners and helping the hobby grow in a good, positive culture. But before that, I was on the preservation side of things, so this is all very new to me because I didn't have to plant happy trees. I had guys who did that for me. So now that I'm learning the hobby side of it, I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm hoping to show moms like me, because I got into the hobby because of my son. So I ran Meridian Rail's Historical Society, accidentally got myself into a $25 million massive project with the restoration of a Baldwin 280 consolidation overnight on accident. And all the preservation ladies helped me and supported me in the hobby, and they brought me in and loved me, and then I got stuck. I came for the train, stayed for the people, and somehow I've touched every side of the industry at this point. So I worked in the nonprofit side with Meridian Railroad Museum of Preservation with the Baldwin that we were working on. It's Susquehanna in New York, by the way. It's the Meridian Bigby 116. It is the last piece of remaining equipment ever built for the Susquehanna in New York. And it's really awesome. You should go see it because it deserves its history to be told. Anyways, segue. So
you've got nothing to say, is what?
I've got nothing to say to these
about
100
this.
people. It's like I've been talking all day, and I just haven't stopped. But then we moved to Memphis because my husband actually flies for FedEx, so we had to move and relocate. So I handed off the organization, and I worked at Atlantic Track and Turnout Company for a while, shipping rail.
There you go.
I don't know how this has all happened randomly. So I learned all about actual rail components, left-hand switch, right-hand switch, how to identify them, and let me just tell you, it is not easy to do because they all look very similar.
Yeah.
And calculate the weights and stuff. But that was a really tough job because I missed the passion behind the trains. And I would go out and try to catch the trains, and like everybody that worked there, like, what are you doing? They didn't like what they did, and that's just a miserable place to be when you're around people that hate what they're doing. So I came back to the cool kids over here. So
if people want to work with you to get the word out about some project that they're working on, what is a way to contact you?
I am very findable, very findable. You can find me pretty much all over Facebook, but I have an email. It's engage@nmra.org, so you can email me. You can also find me on Facebook, add me, and also get active in our NMRA community group that we have. We have people that will post stuff in that community group just
Community
to kind of
group on what?
on
where?
Facebook. So
Okay.
on Facebook, if you search the NMRA community, we have a separate group that's 20,000 people in it, posting various things, just asking questions, being very supportive of each other, and that's what makes the NMRA great, is we're a community of people. So people will share stuff in there, and I've grabbed content from that, and I've gotten to meet people and get to know their story. So reach out to me. I think we're going to go run some trains.
I think I heard somebody possibly say
Quite-
that they're going to run some
quite
trains.
loudly. But if you
Yeah,
guys have
awesome.
any questions, I'd love to connect. But I didn't know we were doing a full thing, but it's so fun.
We're always doing a full thing.
It's always a full thing.
You're always on.
I'm always on. And this is no coffee after like 6 a.m. I've been up since 4 a.m. I was here at 5:25.
You didn't sleep last night either. Or two
I went
nights
to
ago
bed at
either.
like 3-ish. It's fine. Sleep is for the weak. There's no sleep on the railroads. Oh,
So
let's go.
Michelle hasn't been on camera in at least 2 minutes now.
I'm eating.
She's like eating.
You
She's
just
trying to
got
finish.
me, and I didn't know I was like live. There's like 100 people.
She's like talking and talking. Lucy was talking and didn't realize that she was.
That she was live streaming?
Live streaming.
She's adorable.
I actually saw you're from Northlands.
Yes,
Is that correct?
she is from Northlands. Yes, I
Yeah.
am. And I've been there before. And it's
I've
such a
been
fun
there
place.
as well. I grew up not too far from there, actually.
Okay, that's
So
cool.
I've been there many times. Yeah.
How was your experience there?
It was good. It was good. It's what Bruce created is I don't know, indescribable.
I feel like it's like this is just like a masterpiece. I feel like it's a magical world. It's amazing. I was telling her, I'm like, I like looking at all the big big facilities. I'm like, what do they manufacture? Yeah, like trying to figure out what would they make in that building. And all the bridges are crazy, huge.
Ton of bridges, ton of mountains.
Yes.
So
Bridges.
HO scale mountains that are floor to ceiling
Yes.
HO scale mountains.
Yes,
not just-
we're talking floor to ceiling and 100,000 square feet, right?
No, for sure.
So,
I feel like some of the bridges, I love bridges are my favorite part as well. Well, I just really like how he actually like crafted like the wood and then created the whole bridges by from like scratch, and I love that. Totally, absolutely love that.
Yeah.
The details and everything.
And so she's coming to Women in Model Marketing tonight.
Fantastic. Glad you can
so
join
excited.
everybody.
Oh, I think
All right, we're getting yelled at to run trains. We need to pay attention.
All right, it was nice
All
talking
right.
to you.
Nice talking to you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
Oh,
we
nice to
haven't
meet
met
y'all.
before. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Andy, that's very, very, very true. And we were talking earlier too at 3 o'clock. Actually, at the very start of this stream, we saw Nancy from Soundtracks and Susan from Walters. They're not just women in the hobby; they're women that are leading the hobby. You know, building the future of the hobby.
really make it.
So it's really incredible.
I enjoy your podcast. I contributed $10
I'm trying to go see what they're. Hey, Isabel, while it's a little quieter,
Yes.
and the battery might die on us, but before it does, we
Yes.
just, now that we can hear each other and we're
Yes.
not going to run into anybody,
Yes.
can you just tell us about the train that you made here?
Yes, definitely. So this is a train that I made to represent my story with hydrocephalus, which is an incurable brain condition where the cerebral spinal fluid doesn't drain. Currently, the only treatment for hydrocephalus is brain surgery. And so I wanted to make a train that represented my journey with hydrocephalus and my brain surgeries. So since being diagnosed with hydrocephalus, I've had 23 hydrocephalus-related surgeries, 22 of which were brain surgeries. So I wanted to make a train that represented that. So my PHFX was born, and I created a railroad and train that not only shares my story, but is also dedicated to my a foundation that's very, very dear to my heart, the Pediatric Hydrocephalus Foundation, that I found in a really tough time in my life when I was going through a lot of my surgeries, and I didn't know anybody else with hydrocephalus. So they really helped bring me out of my shell and really helped me figure out where I wanted to go, really, even in life, and helped me kind of find my passion and whatnot. But anyway, so each one of these cars represents one of my surgeries. And so each number on the car represents the month, day, and year of my surgery. And the cars, or the containers that are on the flat cars, represent the days in which I had 2 or more brain surgeries in one day. So
this one says 2014, I see right here.
Yes.
Is that the start?
So I will have 2 engines when the train is completely done. This engine is the number represents when I joined PHF.
Okay.
And then my second engine, which my train kind of needs because it's a little on the long side, I want an engine that will say 2009, which is the year in which the foundation became a thing.
And how many, so it's 23 surgeries over what time period?
So I was born with E. coli bacterial meningitis, which caused a stroke, which caused the condition hydrocephalus. And so that all happened within the first month of me being alive. So over the last 25 years, I've had 23 brain surgeries.
23 brain surgeries, but the 23, does that include the 2 of the
Yes,
thing?
yes.
Okay.
So, yes.
So about 1 a year.
Yeah, about 1 a year. So we're not sure why, and this is still something that, as a researcher myself, because I'm going to school to become a researcher in which I'll be doing hydrocephalus research. I'll have my bachelor's. I'm finishing up this semester with my bachelor's. But, there was I lost track of where I was. There was a time period when I was having more than 1 surgery a year. It averages out about once a year, but there was a time period between, I think it was 12 years of age and 11 years of age, where I had 6 surgeries in a 3-month period. I spent 3 months out of school, and so I didn't fall behind. I homeschooled myself during those time periods when I wasn't.
Which cars are those along this way? Or are they in order?
So they're not, because
okay.
the train, I would have loved them to be in order,
right.
But the train doesn't like to run in order. So we found the order that the train runs best, and eventually I would love to put it in order.
Understood, yeah. And you mentioned earlier your husband helped bring the concept to life by doing some of the painting and stuff for you.
Yes, so last train show, this was my 3rd train show with the Dry Hill Club, and last year I told my husband, I said, you know what I would love to do? I'd love to make a train that represents my journey. And he said, okay. And, well, a year later, I have a train that I'm running on the layout representing my journey so I can spread the word. And today I met an individual that had a sibling that passed away from hydrocephalus. And that is why I do what I do. I also hold the position of a chapter director for the Massachusetts chapter of the Pediatric Hydrocephalus Foundation. And I serve as I just accepted the position of a board of director for the foundation.
That's fantastic.
So I serve on the.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Yep, we gotta get the
But
trains
we gotta
running,
get trains
so-
running.
Yep. So you want me to move?
Tony? Nope, Tony's gonna run trains with you. All right, let me go get you your throttle and you guys can.
Thank you for your time. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Really fantastic.
So we are running my personal project train that I made to display my journey with an incurable brain condition. So because of the hydrocephalus, I've had and so he comes to my car
So earlier, Isabel was telling us the tank cars that say CSF on them indicate cars that are hypothetically carrying cerebral spinal fluid.
When do I start? Is somebody going to tell me when to start? Or do I just start? I have a red signal, so technically I shouldn't go.
That's true. Well, I think you could go as long as you don't run into anybody right now. You could be okay.
So we have the only other train running right now? Okay. Is there any more on track 1? No, I'm on track 2.
So they're getting this session started right now. I'm going to let people focus on what they're doing. A lot of people come to model railroading for a lot of different reasons. But for everybody, there's a personal journey that they go on through this hobby. And it also allows us to share these experiences. So I do want to thank everybody for watching today. Thank everyone that came to the show today and spoke with me. I will be back again tomorrow. My intention is to do another 2 live streams. We'll see how tomorrow pans out. But this has been a fantastic show this year. As Amherst is always a fantastic show. Thank you all so much for going on this journey with me today, and I will see everybody again tomorrow. From the city that never sleeps, farewell, model citizens.